like to call to order the regular board meeting of the Vallecitos Water District for April 16, 2025. Before we begin, I'd like to announce that members of the public may watch the meeting via computer or on their smart device. And with that, I didn't even ask anybody. Jessica, would you mind leading us in the pledge?
Okay, we good?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Sorry to throw that on you so quick, but it's good for us sometimes. Roll call, please. Directors, please indicate your attendance. Thank you. Thank you for the green printing. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
May I have a motion to adopt the regular board meeting? Move to approve of the agenda for Director Hernandez.
Second.
Seconded by Director Kirschbaum. Please vote. Moving right along. Agenda passes 5-0. Any public speakers?
No, sir.
We have the consent calendar before us. Any motion to consent calendar as it presented? Anybody want to pull anything or move to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Director Ellisart.
Second.
Second by Director Boyd-Hutchin. Please vote. There. We are moving really quickly. Thank you. Action items. Position reclassification. And we'll turn this item over to...
Thank you, President Pennock. So the position is Jennifer's position, obviously, that we're talking about. And the intention was to actually bring this forward through the budgeting process, but with Jennifer providing notice, we had to accelerate that. So today here we're talking about a reclassification of the position to basically better fill the needs and also future planning for how the district will function with its board secretary and executive assistant. With that, our Human Resource Manager, Denise Aviles, will be presenting on the side.
Thank you, General Manager. Good evening, members of the board. Tonight I am bringing a request for a position reclassification in alignment with Section 5 of our employee handbook, which allows for adjustments when job duties and responsibilities significantly evolve. We are requesting to reclassify the currently vacant executive assistant position to an executive assistant board secretary. This change reflects the expanded scope and responsibilities needed to better support the general manager's office and the board now and into the future. Unlike the previous roles, this revised classification will include additional critical functions such as developing and managing the district's retentions record program, maintaining the administrative code, facilitating board meetings, and providing a comprehensive executive support. To move forward with recruitment and to comply with CalPERS requirements, we must update and adopt the district's official salary schedule. The reclassification will result in an increase of approximately $14,000 per year, covering both salary and benefits. Also, the board may recall that the general manager's office had 2 full-time staff members. Even with the increase of $14,000 for this reclass position, there is still a significant savings compared to the previous department's organization. Therefore, staff recommends approval of the reclassification, the title and range change, and adoption of the resolution updating the salary schedule to include this position. Thank you for your consideration, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right, thank you, Denise. Thank you for that presentation. Question down here.
What's the salary range?
The salary range is, it was a 58 and it's being changed to a 60.5.
60,
So he means in dollars now.
Oh,
So the previous position topped out about 108,000, so it's going up about 12%, so about 12,000 above that. So it'll be about 120,000 topping out.
all right.
I have a question. So this job description, it seems like what Jennifer was doing before, right?
some of it, correct.
Oh, okay, so,
She wasn't doing all of those duties.
okay,
Yeah.
so we're just officially renaming it and compensating.
We are officially renaming it. We are adding more duties to it, to a more scope, so that it makes sense with the price increase.
What is added to it that she was not doing before?
So those things that I've mentioned before, which is the administrative code, we currently have Kim working on that, so
okay.
that position will take it on. Currently facilitating board meetings, Jennifer assisted in board meetings, she didn't actually run the board meetings, so facilitating board meetings. And then also just more comprehensive support to our general manager's office.
The other thing is we really don't have a records retention policy that needs updating, so creating a records retention policy, but not only that, being in charge of managing that records retention policy through contract administration, record retention throughout the process, which will affect all departments.
Yep,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Good. Any other questions? Comments?
I've got a question. Isn't the general manager technically the official board secretary?
Yes, so this is, I'm the secretary of the board, not the board secretary.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What's the difference?
The secretary of the board is a officer signatory, and where I could sign off on minutes, sign off on actual documents, and sign on behalf of the district. The board gives me that authorization. The board secretary actually supports the board members administratively.
Travel, things like that.
Yeah, I've seen the general manager listed as the board secretary in the past. I was just wondering if that has to change.
No,
No.
you're right, it's the same thing, but they're two different meetings,
Okay,
so.
just wondering.
Thank you for the clarification.
And we did a salary survey, so this is what our local agencies are also doing.
Okay, so that answers my question. I was going to say, how does
Yes,
that
we did a
how does that
survey.
compare?
So we looked at salary and we looked at duties, so Bridget did that work for us.
Okay. So with us going out and trying to fill this position.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be
It's competitive.
yes.
And when we looked at those other positions, we also realized there were some holes in the scope compared to other agencies. And that's where we got these additional duties. So now we better match what a lot of the other agencies are doing with that position.
Good to know. Other questions, comments? With that, may I have a motion to approve the following position reclassification?
So moved.
Moved by Director Boyd-Hutchins,
Second.
seconded by Director Etlethardt. Please vote. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you very much.
It's always good to see a lot of green on there, huh?
Thank you. Green? Oh, yes.
Yeah, money too, I know.
I don't like green where?
That is the end of the action items. Anything else? We'll go to reports. General Manager.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So a few items. First off, I'd like to thank everybody involved in the retreat. It was, I thought, very successful, very energetic, very engaged, which was everything that I was hoping for and got more. With that, we've already started forward on some of the items. We're preparing to send out basically a fact sheet in both on social media and also other means on what a special district is, showing how we're not for profit and the difference and how our money's used. It'll be a series, and we'll be coming to the P3 with a more in-depth communication plan when we start talking about rates, but this was the first step. We're also starting to work on some of those same items that we talked about in the kind of the breakout sessions and starting to put plans together. So the board will see those coming back to you through committee sessions and full board sessions in the near future. I want to give some great news, and Wes is actually gone for his brother-in-law's wedding, so he's not here to break it, so he asked me to break it for him, is Fitch reaffirmed our AAA rating and kept our outlook the same.
Great.
So positive or stable outlook. So that's great news for us. Also great news that came from Jason today, that we were able to secure through our North County Coalition group. They got a $6 million grant, and we're going to receive $1.4 million of the grant for our CCT expansion project and sodium hypochlorite project, which is getting rid of the chlorine gas, as the board may recall. That means we have just about $4.9 million in total grants for that project, which is outstanding.
That's federal? Federal money's coming in?
Yes, that's federal. We've gotten 1 million of the 4.9 from state. The rest has been federal.
Okay.
We put out through information on smoke testing. So we're smoke testing in Oak Creek Ranches neighborhood. We put out a redistributed through social media, one of our old videos. And what we do is we systematically go through the process to smoke test areas, checking for illegal connections. If people, for example, put their drainage from their roofs or drainage from the yards directly into our sewer, go through a clean out. Also, any broken or any other information. Eric, you want to kind of give us a quick update maybe on smoke testing in the area? Sorry to put you on the spot. So,
Yeah, so our crew went out yesterday and they smoke tested about 2,000 feet. On average, over the years, our crews do about 20,000 feet a year. And it's a full ordeal when they go out there. They're going out and they're setting up their machines. I don't know if anybody has seen the videos that are on the website or that was posted on social media. It's pretty informative on what they're looking for. For the most of the time, the things they find, as General Manager Gumpel said, were a lot of broken cleanout caps, and a lot of homeowners just don't even know they were broken. Most time, it's a gardener has just run it over with a lawnmower, and then over time, grass has kind of just grown over it, and so they pump the smoke in, and then smoke starts coming up through the grass. So that's pretty much the majority of what they find. And when we do find it, it technically is the customer responsibility, but we purchase a few hundred caps a year just in case, and we'll go out and replace it for the customers. They're $3 a cap, so that, we let them know we're there, what we're doing, and they were looking out for them.
thank you. Along the same, or a different theme though, so with the earthquake that happened, it was a great opportunity for us to relook at our systems and kind of do a shake-up after the shake-up, so to speak. So we did. We have the board may or may not be aware, but we have seismic valves on several of our larger reservoirs that are set at roughly 5, at Richter scale 5, and they close on purpose to salvage the water in the reservoir, because main breaks sometimes happen after there's a shift in the earth. So we went through and checked our systems, and Eric, I don't know if there's anything to add, but I think everything turned out great. And then we're also going through and kind of doing okay, now that this happened, is there other things that we can do, lessons learned? There's nothing that happened that was negative. However, we do expect to see some main breaks as a result of the earthquake, because especially on our AC pipes, because as the earth shifts, that's the material that may break, doesn't mean it will, and that could happen instantaneously or over the next several months. So.
And typically with AC pipe, the only reason they ever break, it's such a sturdy pipe, it lasts forever, is tree roots. They wrap around it and crack it. Seismic activity, so vibration, moving around, or contractors on a Friday afternoon.
Always a Friday. So as far as meetings coming up, we have a engineering committee meeting on the 22nd. We have a finance committee on the 28th. Finance committee will be going over the budget process, not the full budget at this point. And then we'll be following that up at May 7th board meeting. We'll be having a closed session at 4. And then we'll have a budget workshop. It's a draft budget workshop for the board at 5 o'clock. So, and then also Denise will be making a repeat visit and providing a board a presentation per AB 1625, which is about the district's hiring and retention policy practices. So with that concludes my report.
Our Hilltop Committee meeting?
Yes, I just met with Jason today, and we are getting some information from Rick Giddings, and we're going to be scheduling that. I know we've been saying that for a little while, but we've been waiting for some information to come to us to schedule it. The good news is HCD, Housing and Community Development, we've gotten the green light, so now we're now cleared to move forward.
I just have a comment. Thanks for that explanation about the smoke testing. I just wanted to bring up the letter that is sent to residents. I think it would be really helpful if we stated something in the letter that this is routine testing. It doesn't say that anywhere in the letter. I'm looking at it right now. It says, in an effort to assist crews in locating possible breaks and improper connections to Vallecitos Water District sanitary sewer system, a smoke test will be administered. That could be maybe a little bit alarming for somebody who doesn't really know that that's standard. Like, what? Oh, is there improper connections? What's going on? And then you're telling people there's gonna be maybe smoke in their house. So I think if we could add a paragraph that says, this is industry standard, we do 20,000 linear feet a year, we just happen to be in your neighborhood, something like that, that just reassures them that this is standard,
We
so.
can definitely add some language to the letters to explain that this is a normal practice.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then, I missed, what was the date that you said, for the budget workshop?
The May 7th board meeting,
Okay,
so it'll be at a regular board meeting. And
Thanks.
Closed session and a board meeting.
closed session, so we've had a lot of short meetings, and now we're going to full budget swing. So our meetings will get a little bit longer, and the main speakers will probably be the finance team, probably from now until June or July.
Okay.
And then rate hearings, so maybe until August, September. So,
Sounds good. That's it?
that's it, thank you.
District Legal Counsel?
I have no reports this evening.
All right, thank you. San Diego County Water Authority?
No.
Encina Wastewater?
Yes, we had our excuse me, our capital meeting this morning, and we approved the final acceptance of the roof and the HVAC improvements to the building. We went on to dissolve, the next one was preliminary design award that we recommended to the main board for the DAFT Phase 2 rehab program. And the next one that we recommended approval to the main board was the primary sanitation basin rehab Phase 2 design award. That was our meeting.
Thank you so much. Director's reports on meetings or comments? Any other comments? Future agenda items? Yes.
so I know we have the budget workshop coming up, but what I thought would be helpful is, if on a meeting prior to the budget workshop, we have some sort of presentation on what our discretionary revenue is, how much it is, and what we're currently spending it on. And then maybe an explanation on how, we have a little bit more latitude on that type of revenue compared to revenue that we get from ratepayers.
We could probably add some to since our very next meeting is the budget workshop, and with the budget calendar, we don't have a lot of fluff, so to speak. But we could probably send information out to the entire board regarding that, and probably add some information within the budget presentation, and allow the board members to obviously ask questions on it also.
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? Just a comment on the retreat as well. Thank you for all that, we put a lot of work into that, so thank you for doing that. James, you did a great job. I know Jennifer did a lot of the fluff, and the meal was great. It was great to meet people more on a personal, professional level, so thank you for all that. I thought it was a very successful retreat, so thank you for that. And with that, if there's nothing else, this meeting adjourned.